Do you remember the story about the airman who set his pistol down and went off and shot another airman, causing his death? Well, we've been bamboozled. That's right. A story that circulated far and wide showing how dangerous the Sig P320 could potentially be, garnering headlines everywhere. Bullshit. And from all these lies and shenanigans and cover-ups, numerous airmen have been arrested. So today, I'm gonna clear the air and set the record straight on the updated, corrected version of what actually went on when that airman got shot. But first, a word from this video's sponsor. Debt. Oh, it doesn't break in, it creeps in. A second notice, a missed payment, a call you ignored. And one day your account's locked and your wages are garnished. The future you had planned gone, and debt doesn't leave fingerprints, but it destroys lives all the same. And that's why I'm here to talk to you about PDS Debt. Because PDS Debt has helped hundreds of thousands escape debt from credit cards, loans, and medical bills. And they can help you too. PDS Debt goes way beyond the numbers to understand your unique financial position and craft a personalized plan designated just for you. There's no minimum credit score required. They're here to help you. They're here to help you save more, pay off debt faster, and start putting money back where it belongs in your pocket. And of course, PDS Debt is rated at an A+ with the Better Business Bureau, and along with that, it's got thousands of 5-star reviews on Google, because PDS Debt helps you get out of debt. And with PDS Debt, you're only 30 seconds away from being debt-free. Get your free assessment and find out the best option for you right now at pdsdebt.com/angry. That's pdsdebt.com/angry, pdsdebt.com/angry. Now let me catch you up on a couple of things in case this whole story is new to you or you forgot some of the important facts of the matter. A couple of airmen are hanging out at the duty desk. One sets his firearm down and it goes off. Chaos. Oh no, what happened? Well, that's what was reported originally. The officers in that Air Force command then decide, hey, hold on, stop. We're gonna pause all training and everybody carrying the Sig P320, which is currently the United States' main sidearm. An entire command pausing the use of a firearm? Rarely ever heard of. So right away, that story starts making waves like it was a Chinese ship trying to crash into a Filipino Coast Guard cutter. Internet video after internet video, including one made by myself, show how the Sig P320 can be manipulated to fire. And also a bunch of times where the Sig P320 has fired on its own, whether in police holsters or at a range somewhere. And even though those singular incidents of the Sig P320 going off are legitimate, the headline of it costing the life of an airman really sets things off. Sig puts out a statement saying, hey, listen, our firearms are safe. There's no way they can be manipulated to fire unless you pull the trigger, which I say, because I did find a lot of videos of police officers and people at ranges that hadn't pulled the trigger at all on their Sig P320s, and yet they would go off. So the incidents about the Sig P320 going off in the past are legitimate, but like I said, this airman passing away because of the potential negligence of the Sig Firearms Manufacturing Company, well, that's a whole nother level. Fast forward to now, today, where we're at the moment, and well, things have changed. That Air Force Command rescinded its memo previously stating that the Sig P320 should be set aside for the moment, locked up and not used during the duty day, and several weeks after that original incident, they were issued out again, and they were using them on patrols, sentry duty, etc. Now, a lot of people originally were like, how did they get those firearms out so quickly? It's only been a couple of weeks. What do they know that we don't know? Well, now that information has come out, so we can now know what they knew that we're now knowing. 2, count them, 1, 2 airmen have been arrested for giving false statements. Oh, that's not good. And if you don't know what that means that 2 airmen, those 2 airmen that got in trouble, lied. They lied about something. Somebody said, hey, this is an official inquiry, tell us what really happened, and then they lied. Great, what happened to integrity? Well, Airman Levon and Airman White Allen, well, they were on their duty day, doing their normal things, sitting down, BSing with their firearms on their sides, until Airman Allen thought it would be a fun thing to pull out his firearm and point it at his battle buddy and be like, until pow, it went off and shot him. Wow, that seems fairly different from the story that we originally got about Airman Allen throwing his pistol down in his duty belt onto a desk and then it going off randomly and shooting Airman Levon. And I quote, Marcus White Allen had pointed the gun at Lovin's chest in a joking manner. White Allen, after the shooting allegedly, urged the 2 surviving airmen to lie about what happened. That's right, 4 airmen chilling out. One of them pulls the gun and says, hey, isn't this funny? Real fucking funny. And then shoots his freaking battle buddy, now he's dead, to which, literally holding the smoking gun, goes, tell him it was an accident. I got the perfect idea. And then used the negative, I would say, earned press that the SIG P320 has received over firing without people pulling the trigger or having it be in the incorrect holster, because for some reason, I forget which Safari Land holster was making them kind of go off. It doesn't matter. Either way, Genius, who was already flailing his freaking firearm around and flagging his battle buddies, comes up with a genius idea to use those stories and incidents that he's read on either the news or seen on the internet to CYA and cover his ass. And Dingle Dick and Dingle Dumb decide that that's the best course of action for them to do, and they lie. Well, they were caught. And you know what happens when you lie? And eventually it comes out, things get worse, and they did. Worse than a guy getting shot accidentally because one airman was goofing around? Yeah, it gets way worse than that. How does it get worse? Well, White Allen is dead. After he got arrested for suspicion of involuntary manslaughter, wouldn't you know it, he was found dead on base on October 8th, to which Air Force officials have made 0 comments, which, I mean, I don't want to start the rumor mill here, but obviously a kid shooting his friend and then the walls closing in around him probably took his own life. Sad. But what about the 2 idiots that were a part of this that lied? Well, they got their comeuppance, at least a little bit. I think they got off fucking easy. Airman Sarbat Vajita, I don't even know how to say his fucking name. Sarbat Vajita over here, lying on fucking documents about a gosh dang homicide. He got 30 days confinement and a $1,500 fine. Wow, you got off fucking easy, guy. Making false statements about a death of an airman? Are you fucking kidding me? And Matthew Rodriguez, number 2 airman in this dipshit lie bonanza, got 15 days confinement and a $500 fine. Talk about getting off fucking scot-free. Now, both of them were demoted, hopefully to E1, but like it fucking matters, they're probably like E2s, E3s, E4s. They'll get the rank back in like the next 2 years. But what the fuck? Per their news statements, White Allen allegedly told Bahesha, fucking Vegeta, here's the story. Tell them that I slammed my duty belt on the desk and it went off. And Rodriguez says that White Allen told him to tell emergency responders that White Allen's holster went off, according to his new, potentially not lying statement. What a fucking tragedy. Be hung by their fucking toes upside down until they go fucking numb and fall off, and you repeat until they got club foot. You wonder why investigations take forever? You wonder why we don't want to put information out to the public whenever we're doing investigations? Because dipshits will intentionally throw us a curveball, and then now who looks stupid? Most of the time they'll blame the cops. They'll be like the cops or CID or whatever the version of the Airman CID is. Everybody knows the Navy's NCIS. Gay. How often are they thrown under the bus? Oh, they're not telling us anything. They're probably incompetent. We got 2 airmen lying to you about what they fucking saw. Idiots. Best way to support the channel is get yourself a shirt. POB. You can give that to one of your friends that doesn't lie about shit. Somebody that wouldn't ruin their entire military career over a lie. Idiots. Cheapest way to support the channel is leave a comment. Tell me what you think about these 2 airman liars and how because they lied, they probably caused the guy to off himself, causing a second one. Oh my God, what a mess. Just tell me what you think. This is just so frustratingly stupid. See you next time, weirdos.